Okay. Hello, hello. Let me make sure everything's good. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Welcome, welcome. Let me... Okay, I think we're good. I'll pin this message. Cool, cool. Okay. Let's see. Gonna break through the time frames here. We went to this daily, taking out this low here, and now we're just bouncing back and forth on this 4 hour. Let me just make this easier. I'm just stuck in between these two 4 hours here. ES took the high here. We are far, a little bit further from buy side, but that's all-time highs. We don't have to really aim for that today if we're looking for low prices. We have the hourly chart now. Let's see. We're looking to enter this hourly FAG here. Likely go for lower prices right now though. We consolidating upwards for quite some time. Let's check the 15-minute chart here. It's very seek and short today. We just gotta wait for that right setup to go for. We'll be watching for a 15-minute closure under this 15-minute FEG as well. This has been holding here. If we snap this, you can see us drive through at least the very least this low very quick, and then tackle down lower. Okay, let me just... Yeah, we have a few accounts to give away today. Sorry about your loss. Bounce back. Yeah. Appreciate the kind words from the post I made on Twitter. A lot of people. I think there's like kind of a misconception too there, where it's down. It's a lot of money. 15,000 is a lot of money, all given back on a single day, but it's not the end of the world. Instead of just becoming like a $25,000 a month of payouts, it became just, I'm still up like 10,000 on it. And what happened? You can just look at the Twitter on there. This happened before my stream. I had a tilt. I can give a rough summary, a quick summary on it. But I really want to have that video, not just for like to also show that I take, I'm prone to these type of errors, mental errors, but also to make it informative and educational. That's always been the goal. And if you notice, I really don't post too much about my wins, because that's as expected. But unless it's a big win, maybe I'll share that. But losses are definitely, I've been sharing much more, just because it's more relatable. And not many people actually share their losses. Yeah, no one died. Everything's good here. It was only 3 accounts. I have like 10 plus accounts. Those 3 accounts was the one I was really like diligently working on this month. But yeah. We're chilling. I'm looking at this 15-minute closure here. Seek and destroy type of price action. Let's just mark the standard ratio projection from this high here all the way down. I would actually just go down this low here. We're at the -1 here. We're going to be looking for these lows down here. It looks like we have SMT of these highs too. But every time we make a drop, it just keeps on coming back up. It is pretty annoying about how price is delivering today. Can you do trade copying for multiple eval accounts? Yes. So we're building trendline liquidity from the downside, and now we're building an upside. Pretty clear seek and destroy. If you're looking at on the 5-minute, we can look at the Asia. You notice how Asia has consolidation. London takes the highs, take the lows. I'll draw it out here. I'll draw it out here. Very clear seek and destroy. Since we already took out this high, we're likely going to land for these lows, which have relative equal lows here. And we're just waiting for the entry model to get that, because we've been chopping back and forth. It's just not something where you're just going to short and then it's going to hit. You could short, it hit your stop, and then it falls after. So let's just be patient with this. What do you say is the best account size to start with? To be honest, the 50K, the lower, you want to look at the profit to drawdown ratio. Like, typically the 50Ks are much easier to pass and hold and get payout. So probably the 50K one for sure. We're just waiting here. Pretty slow moving day. Lots of consolidation, but we can just walk you through it. Wait to see if there's anything viable to trade with. But it's a 3-day weekend. There's no Friday. It's a Good Friday. Good afternoon, Ash. Hello, hello. Yeah, we could definitely talk about prop firms. We could talk about funding accounts. We could just talk about all these type of things. What is your bias for ES? My bias for NQ is lower prices for sure. Seek and short price action. Like the bias is difficult. Like I would want it to return lower. Just confirmed if we get a move under this 15-minute. I wouldn't even like go for this low. I would actually go much lower than that. At the very least, down here. So about like a 60-point move, which is like the range today is so tiny. It's between like 40 points. If you minus the outliers, the consolidation range has only been like 40 points. For ES, I think the same thing. I would like lower prices. I just want an entry model. We just started a live stream, so it's a lot of consolidation right now. How to enter the giveaway? I'm assuming you're new here. All you gotta do is like the stream, and then probably halfway through, a little bit more than halfway through, we'll run the giveaway, and then I can explain it there. I would love a short setup though. And confirmation would be nice too. We didn't get confirmation closure yet. We can likely see here. I'll still look for lower prices. Okay. Hitting order block, we're going back to 510. Which order block you're talking about? It must be a higher time frame one. Are you talking about this 15-minute one? Because once we close on this 15-minute, I really think we should smash lower, especially a seek destroy price action. Yeah, this low is gonna keep on moving down here. Would love to take shorts, but there was not anything since we started stream. And we only started streaming like about like 5 minutes too. I'm short biased, but I can't do nothing about it. We're in this hourly FEG too. And probably look for these lows get smashed. Choppiness up. Lots of relative lows and lower highs being made, but we just smashed that. I guess the thing we're looking for is to see if we want to violate a lower time frame PD array here, and then we can start to see if there's anything movement. N1 Crins, you said the 15-minute order block here. It definitely could work. I would love to see price run down lower though, but to go back to 510, that could be the seek and destroy price action. But for me, maybe I could definitely see it like try to come up a little bit higher here, and then like eventually just come back down. I don't think it has that much hopes after consolidating for the longest time here. But today just gonna be a full chop day. Let's see. We have 55 likes. We can just run. I would probably do 2 giveaways. Let me just make sure how many I can do. We could see a bullish breaker here too on off of VS or NQ. Likely just a move higher to push lower though. Why do you look for lower prices if you're currently at the bullish daily FEG? I want to look at, let me just show the daily here. Yeah, so if we're going external here and we go back to internal, this is the daily chart. You might be, this could happen next week. We could come back next week, who knows? But to kind of expect higher prices on the higher time frame like this, especially when we have an early close and we're trading lower time frame, it's going to be very difficult. Because you're going to be like, okay, we're in daily thing, buy everything here. It just keep on going lower and lower and lower, and then you just get stopped at like 5 times. We want to follow also the hourly and the 15-minute time, the mid intraday bias. So the hourly here, we're just seeing if there's confirmation for lower prices. The 15-minute here, we already made some highs up here, and then we're also building some lower liquidity as well. So if you're looking at internal to external, that is true, but you're just looking way too high time frame. You're looking at the daily when we're likely executing on the 1 or 5. The question: does yesterday's situation affect your trading? I hope not. I think I'm just gonna still operate the same here. You'll likely see me take trades. I'm gonna try to do my best to stay the same. But yeah. So basically, a recap would be I gave away my March profits for the account that I was really focused on that whole month. I gave away that on one day. So if you follow me throughout the streams, those are my profits all from the live streams, and I blew them off of stream for just right before I was planning to actually join on. So if you had risk management, like let's say if I was also live streaming and I was tilting on live stream, if you just had a proper risk management too, you'll still be overall very, very profitable. But yeah, I definitely didn't misguide anyone at least. Because when there's losing days, we'll get like $300 loss. But when there's really good winning days, it's like plus 700, plus 800, plus 1,000. As you can see with my trade. So we're starting to respect the lower time frame PD raise now. Look at that. We inverse this and we tap back into it for higher prices. And we are also in a bullish breaker here. This is very tight of a bullish breaker, but we just want to see if this holds. I'm not going to use this off of entry though, most likely. You are still profitable in some other accounts, yeah. Like just my top step today. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure my top step processed at 2,500 payout just last night. Some of my top step is at 5K right now. Very good. And I got 2,500 from it. Let me see. Yep. I'll just mark out the name. This was yesterday. This was actually today. It was processed last night though. 24.50. Very nice. So I think that probably nets me around 12,000 on the month. It would have been like 25,000 if I had that account still from Elite and all the others. So it was like 3 accounts got jeopardized, but I have I have reserves, so like I already have accounts with ready to replace it. Which ICT macro indicator to use? Let's see. It's macro tracker by 2 degrees. Macro tracker degree on chart. You can take a screenshot of this if you want to look at my things. I'll look at my checklist. Checklist is likely, I'm gonna say this is neutral until we get a closure, but on the intraday it should be bearish, and then the low time frame is starting to look bearish, but it was, I'll just do bearish until we get a full closure above. Yeah. So we need to pop higher for lower prices. Assume now. This was. I would probably look for lower prices now. Let me see if I want to join in somewhere. I want to get in. Okay, we're still moving. 5 minute here. So yeah, if we get a 50-minute close here, I'm shorting every opportunity I can get, as long as like the short up aligns with the 1 minute. Do you trade micros on Top Step? The way that I this is going to be a good question because I would actually elaborate this on this week's YouTube video. So I'm going to drop a video today about like dealing with losses, how I had a loss yesterday, how I lost 15,000, and also how it happened, and then what I've just like using some advice and tips from other traders and what I think to counteract it and improve from there. That's the video today. And then next this weekend it's going to be a risk tolerance video, which kind of goes over like your sizing, because that ties into it. So you want to focus on how much you want to risk per trade, and then what comes after is what's your sizing, what's your stop loss. But yeah, to quickly answer that question, I always do minis. I don't do micros. I would rather reduce my sizing or reduce my stop size. That's just how I do it, because like you guys see me live trade frequently. If I trade ES, it's 2-point stop. If I do 2 minis on a 2-point stop, that's like $200. Very, very manageable. All right, 2 more minutes till 15-minute close. I'm gonna look for any short opportunity I can get though. I don't want to chase it too much. I would love to see a A+ setup come. Yeah. I still want lower prices though. I just don't know with the price action that it's been doing lately if it's gonna kind of chop around still. But some a short that I could really kind of recommend, or not recommend, just which would ideal maybe, is something inside of this. Just stop loss, 10-point stop, let's say, or just above. It could be something like this, 7 points, and then really take it down. I want to try getting this BPR though. Like maybe I'll do 1 mini on it. Let's just do one. Just because it's very low the price of the day and it could chop around first. I'll put a 7.5-point stop on it, and I'll try to go for the lows. Okay, so this is basically a BPR here, and I just want to enter at the start of this inversion ideally, because it'll also align with equilibrium. That'd be perfect. That would fit my thing perfectly. So let's see the 15-minute closure. This would confirm it very nicely if we get it closed here, which we likely would. And we got the closure. So we have equal lows still. I would love lower prices if it can give me a entry. It tapped the breaker. I just want a little bit higher. Just like 3 more points and I'll enter. Let me read the chat. how long should I expect to take to pass a 50K account? It depends. Like if you've been trading, if you're a prop veteran, typically you don't take too much time trying to pass the eval, because evals are, you want to put a lot of time and effort on funded. So evals are just more you should just go for it. Let me just do this. It's a buy stop, right? Okay, yeah. I just do it this high. It's just a little bit above. Very tight stop. Now I'll be watching to see if it does close above this breaker here. I'm using the last closed candle there. What is an inversion? It's basically a fair value gap, which is a balance between a displacement candle. So we can see this candle here displaced through it, leaving a wick imbalance here, and that's a fair value gap. And once we get a closure below it, that becomes an inversion. And we just want to see if it respects and violates, and if it flips. Yeah, no, 100 ticks. Keeping it the same is always good, but like once you've been trading for 2 years, let's say, I think people really flip their mindset, where like you don't want to spend months trying to pass a evaluation, right? So that's why like I trade the same, but I just kind of up my size. So like if I trade 2 minis on fundeds, I'll do 5 minis on evals, and I'm very comfortable with that. Okay, it looks like we missed the entry here. This would be a still unicorn, but I really just want to manage my risks a little bit more. Okay. Like let's say a 150K account, 9K profit target. You know how long it'll take for you to get a 9K profit target on a funded? That's a big milestone, I feel like. And to do the same size, same way you do fundeds on eval would take a very, very long time. That's kind of like how I see it. Okay. It's just a preference thing as well. You want to put your time and energy. If you can't change the way you trade evals versus funded, then you should really just keep the same method, if that makes sense as well. So we did take out the relative lows there. I really want to get a short entry to take them out, and then we could have held runners or something. Now we might just have to watch this more. I'm still open to this short, but I think with the way it's moving, I would actually a little bit higher first. We still have liquidity upside, like some people have been saying. Let me just remove this for now, and then this is what I wanted to take the entry before we took out this relative lows down here. But bias for me is still short until we flip above. As long as we're under this 15-minute FAG, my 1-minute trade are looking for shorts only. And the counter trend would be longs. That's how I'm using time alignment. How do you trade evals? Just basically trade exactly how you do. Like you want to have a system with your risk management. So let's say you have a $2,500 drawdown funded account. If you're trying to risk like $300 per trade, I would just double 2.5x that on eval, so expedite it, if that makes sense. would love lower prices, but what is happening here? I'm gonna just watch to see if we get a reaction somewhere up here. And we could be building off of a bullish breaker now. Maybe it's on a lower time frame. We could see it better. We got a sweep here. One minute breaker forming, sweep the 15-minute low. It depends which 1 minute breaker you're looking at. If you're looking at the same 1 minute breaker I have at 101, yeah, it's been rejected off of this. It looks like we just retapped back in the 5 minute here. Now we could be swinging for lower. I don't think I would even got filtered. It's still in the breaker though, right? But I think I was looking at 71 as my entry. I definitely want to jump in somewhere. I'm just waiting to see a good opportunity for it. So much to the upside. Do you guys really think upside is the move right now? I think we already did this high wick here, and then we tried to do like much of higher highs until consolidated until it failed. And the way that it moved earlier, every time it makes a high, they buy back up, makes another high, they buy back up, and then they were building a lot of liquidity here, and then we pushed through it, and now we're selling off. So I really think lower prices still, especially on the 15 minute. If my time alignment is lining here, we have bearish bias on the intraday, bearish bias on low time frame. I'm definitely looking for shorts. Shorts off this breaker would have been nice though. You would have no drawdown on it. Let me just see. I'm just kind of wary of seeking short price action. If this is more quicker delivery, yeah, you could take any short you could imagine. But this would already be the unicorn entry here, and your stop would try to be above this breaker. This is actually equilibrium too. This would have been a good entry. We should probably just look for this one because this is kind of like the inducement here. I'm just kind of pointing out what I think, especially my bias, my targets, and then I'll try to showcase decent entry models if I see them. But if I miss them, it's definitely your job too to really go for anything. But damn, I've been hearing a lot of forex prop firms been kind of being rough lately. Have you guys been hearing that? Like the funded traders, skilled funded traders, all these type of things with and then just forex in general. Like, why deal with them when they are so proven to be shady? Put, yeah, unicorn is a very easy trading style. If you could just do if you could just master like time alignment and just understanding narrative with your bias, then you have a high probability entry model with very tight risk. Why are you not marking all the down closed candles as your breaker? The reason I do that is because if you do all the down closed candle, it'll be all the way up here. This is way too large of a breaker. And by the time it does that, we're going to close above this FEG. We're going to close above this FEG. We're already going to be violating through past these previous order blocks here. There'll be a lot of signals that shows that the breaker would be like, oh, still valid, but like it's just too far. That this is more appropriate. If we get closer above here, I don't think we have a chance for lower prices. It's probably going to shoot higher. at least the short setup would be more invalidated. So yeah, there's multiple ways of using breakers. This is one of them where I would probably encourage just to look at the last closed candle rather than the whole candle up here, because you don't want to see a 25-point breaker. And you can see how it reacted here. We filled this 1 minute imbalance inside this breaker. This has been a unicorn already. Yeah, if NQ 5-minute reverse, I'm looking long. Let me check. Yeah, we'll probably be looking for similar things here. We're just waiting. We're just letting it play out a little bit more, and then we'll strike when the time is right. I don't think the time is right yet, though. Can you explain the unicorn setup? The simplest way, like let's say we have if I'm talking about a bullish unicorn, we have a low made here, just a random low, and then we have a high. We sweep this low. It could be a quick sweep. I don't really care if it closes below, but usually we want to see it sweep at a critical level or high time frame array, or take it some type of liquidity, right? And then this previous high, we don't see a strong displacement through it. For a high quality one, it could also just do a sweep as well. But I really focus on especially on the 1 minute. I want to see a closure above, and then if it retests back in this previous order block, which breakers are essentially failed order blocks, and retrace back to inside, we're looking for this as support for higher prices. So this previous order block here would have been ran through, and now we're using that previous order block as a breaker. And this would be our breaker. We can look at nested entry model. It could be off of, if this is a breaker, we could look off of an order block entry, off of a fair value gap, off of inversion. Lots of things you can really utilize. The core is just, you're playing with order blocks and gaps essentially. Ooh, what did I do? Yeah, and then like that's, I kind of broke it down, like what is a unicorn? Like it's a breaker first, so you got to understand breakers first, and then unicorns are just breakers with a fair value gap inside of it. So a live example right now is, you see this high here, you see this low, we sweep this high, and then we get a strong displacement through this previous low, which should have held as a order block, but it ran through it. So this bearish order block here, or the down close candle here, should have held price, but it went through it, and now this candle here is being looked at as a bearish breaker instead of a bullish order block. And we have, once we made that displacement, we have an FEG here, we can see, and basically you're focused on this as your entry model. Let's see. Where is it? Because you have the breaker, and then you have imbalance. The imbalance went under the breaker, but we're only looking at the overlap between it. So if you say you entered at 467, all you gotta do is just put a stop above that, about 7 points. If you did something like this at bare minimum, but I'm trying to just go for a little bit higher. I'm trying to get a bit above and then put my stop a little bit higher, just because it's seeking a short price action. So that's the way there. I see a lot of people been transferring to futures now. Is it actually more solid than Forex? I don't really have too many experience with Forex, but based on what I've seen with all these payouts, rejections, and all these shady practices, you don't get that with futures. You really don't get that with futures, so everyone pays out appropriately. There's no shady practices. Is there an prices touches the breakers that many times? It depends. It really doesn't bother the breaker as long as it's still respecting. That just means like we're chopping, but it's respecting as where it should be. I hope they don't come poison futures. Yeah, well, that's also another thing. Futures or forex prop firms are likely going to open a future prop firm itself, and then now you have a plethora of options of future firms, and it's your job to do your due diligence and look at the right one. Let's see how many likes we got. So if we get 100 likes, we can do one giveaway now, and then we'll do another one near midway through the stream. So once again, the 15-minute is still holding below. I'm still looking for lower prices. Kind of seeing the equal lows already got tagged, but if you're lows, you can use like, this is not the final target. I'm looking at actually lower prices, doing a simple standard deviation projection target, just to see. We're looking for a move at these areas here too as a good target area. And if we look at higher time frame, I want at least a target to this order block here. So like another 30-40 point move. And I'll actually want to see it fill this 15-minute here and get down lower. So yeah, the equal lows are a very good target. It already got tagged, but I'm still looking for lower prices as long as this 15-minute still holds. So this pink box, as long as we get it, we remain under it, I'm looking for lower prices. Can you show how to draw the projection target? So the way that you draw projection targets, you look at the if price is going upwards, the way that it do like a change state delivery and shift, you want to look at the price leg of the previous run. So the previous high here, the high, and then the previous low before the switch, and you just project it downwards. And this is 1 to 1 here, and we're looking at a 2 to 2.5 reversal area and a -4 as our main target if we aim that low. Oh, what time frame do you consider for swings? It really, like, you can just use it for any time frame. I've seen people use it on the hourly, the 15-minute, if they operate for swing trading. But since I'm like scalping on the lower time frame, the 1 minute, I'm using it for the 1 minute. Yeah, but still lower prices. I'm gonna try to keep on updating my bias real time. So my bias right now intraday is lower. Low time frame bias is bearish as well. And you could do this with me if you want. Just add the trading checklist, and then you edit them yourselves. It's a good practice to have. So let's say I see a long opportunity. If I look up and it says my intraday bias is bearish, my low time frame bias could be bullish because I'm looking for a long setup. It's just gonna be a long scalp, and I gotta be prepared that it could reverse on you. What time frame do you consider for swings? I don't really swing trade, so I can't really elaborate too much. The pink box is the 15-minute FEG. Dang, we're just stagnant here. That's price action the whole day though. So get with the program, guys. You gotta adapt to this. We have equal highs on ES though. Look at this equal highs on this FEG here. Did we not take out this low here? What is this? Did I not mark this? Okay, I just marked it wrong then. We'll see if price can move lower here. We got YM. YM still moving. I'm still looking for lower prices, but the way this is moving, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an entry. Like, this is probably the only entry, but, like, you would have probably taken it for 10 points and got chopped around. $97 likes. We can do one giveaway now, and then we can do another one later, I guess. Lots of low resistant liquidity upwards. Need to bang them before going downward. Yes, to a degree, but don't hold it to, like, it has to come up before going down. It could just come down and then it could be like Monday, Tuesday. It could tag it later. How can you overcome when you lost big amount? Yeah, it's a bad loss because I showed like my results the whole month of March. I basically made 4,500 across 3 accounts on top of other accounts too. So I have other accounts that made similar amount of money, and I got paid on them. So I think I probably extracted 12,000, 11,000 of payouts. Basically, this month it would have been 25,000 in the next few days had I not blown that count. So you're losing a lot of money. Yes, it's a big chunk of money to lose, but it's not really that much at the grand scheme of things. Because you can make it back. I'm prepared for that. So hopefully we don't see a big loss like that for the next 6 months. Because I think my last tilt like that was about, I think in November or something like that. Something far. How much you average payouts per month? I'm gonna just say about 10 to 15 because there's months where I get like 20, and there's also months where I barely trade, or I've been working on funding, I've been consolidating, and I'll just get like 5. But like the average is definitely like above 10 at least. So I'll just say at least 10 if we're averaging the last 6 months, but like up to 15 average as well. Okay, we're just fighting here. We tap the sell side right here. We still do have low resistance liquidity on ES. I would want it to smash it before do anything. But yeah, we have some highs here. We have some highs above here as well. It's just chopping around. But what I can tell you is if we do move higher and then turn back down, I think that's where the delivering blow would be. I'm gonna answer that question. If you have a question like why, what prop firms do you use? I looked in the chat. I answered it for you. We're just waiting. All right, guys. Why don't you size more, increase payouts? Well, we want to scale comfortably. I actually updated that website just now. It's a website that me and a few other people made, and the purpose is the sales and the deals of the week. But we're trying to also do more information. Okay, look at that. We swept both these highs here. The question is, can we hold price below? Like this is now like a move higher, and if we could turn this, I could really see it smash down now. As long as we don't get a closure above this 15-minute here in the next 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, if we close above 480, I would 480. I would be more cautious, slightly more cautious. Ryan is saying, why don't you pass a bunch of count then lower the amount you trade with? That's basically what I do. I don't know if you're answering the other guy, But yeah, basically that's the way of scaling up. Like, so instead of like doing like 3 counts, like doing like larger size, increasing size, you could just do let's say 10 fundeds, and it'll be like 1 or 2 minis per, risking like $200 per trade across the 10 accounts. That's $2,000 risk. So you're kind of like reducing your risk there. I like lower prices still, though, guys. I think if we inverse this, I'm gonna try to go for lower and short. I don't want to jump the gun though. I'll try to keep my stop tight if I can. Nope. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways you can really approach prop firms. Just find the best route that fits with you. We close above the 5 minute here, but I still like lower prices, guys. I want to see if I can get a short. Let's just see. I want confirmation first. Confirmation off the 1, and then as long as the 15 minute holds, which it is, I'm gonna try to join in. Maybe join in with ES as well, because ES has a clear target, and I can do a very tight stop too. Let's look at this 1 minute here. I'm open to trading these 2 assets here. Could you give the website address? I think he's referring to smartprofirm.com, which I shared above. Any YouTubers you recommend that's solid in teaching unicorn model? The only one who trade the same way I do, or very similar at least, because there's lots of ways you can take a model, because like let's say inversions, people sometimes take inversions with a closure above. Some people just take in the retrace. For unicorn, you can really enter a whole variety of ways. Ash Trade is one of them who trades very, very well and teaches very well at that. So just found out today that you weren't superhuman. Yep. It's not worth to reset a fund account. Like if they're trying to ask for like 800 or 1,000, 1,200 bucks, you could just really pass that on your own for a fraction of that price. I don't see why anyone would think of doing that. My 10K ETF fee is 8,380. You could literally pass a 10K account for a fraction of that price. 10K account, it's probably like 1-to-1 drawdown. Like you have a 50% chance of passing. Just do it twice and your chances are more likely. Shout out Ashtrays. Yep, shout out to him. No trades yet. We're waiting. I think we're about to hunt for shorts right now, though. I actually like shorts here. It's just going to reject some prices. 15-minute fill above here. Still respecting this breaker. I'm just waiting for more confirmation on the 1 minute before I jump in. I could jump in now though and just put a stop like probably above 78, but there's no confirmation yet. And we already hit some of the targets that I wanted, so we're just waiting a little bit more. I'll try to keep the stop very, very tight today. And I'll add to specific trades, but I like shorts though. Okay, I'm gonna try to add one here, just to get one going, and then I'm gonna size into it. I'll just keep my stop very hard above 478, and then I'm trying to go for these lows. Would also watch ES. Let's wait for confirmation before doing anything. I'll choose a 8-point stop on it. It's a preemptive one. I don't like it to be preemptive, but yeah, wait. If it did take out this high, I might just kill it and then watch for re-entry. That was a preemptive move. I don't think that should have been good. Yeah, okay. Let me just take the 100 loss here. Forget that. I'm not gonna deal with that. Like, let's just wait for confirmation. 7 points. Yikes. I just didn't want to miss a move. As if this breaker was still holding, but once we moved above the breaker, I don't like it anymore. Okay, let's just watch. Let's just actually try to wait for the setup too. This is pushing up. Can you repost your Discord channel? I think. Let me find it for you. It should be in the Discord though, but I'll post a screen. Here. We kept on chopping around, but yeah. Let me take a better look at the upside. Just because this 15-minute was looking pretty good here, but if we flip this, we can really come back up. ES here, we have sell side right there, and we didn't really move that much. You got equal lows now, so that's why I'm kind of anticipating higher prices and move higher for lower prices. But it's just chopping around. I just want to be patient now. Let's try to stick to limit orders too. Confirmation would have been a closure under this 1 minute because it aligns with the 15-minute, but we moved higher. I'm not gonna deal with that yet. This is in a 15-minute point of interest here. This would be a good move if we can get closure above, and then stop at this high here would be perfect. Definitely tight risk. Just moving higher. Just waiting it. We'll see if this is a market maker buy model though. It's too early to tell. Of course, this could actually be a bullish breaker here. Actually, I'd actually probably would have. It'll be a reclaimed one at most though. We made this low here. This low is still protected, and we held this. All these move downwards. So if you kind of view it as like it failed already, but it reclaimed itself and it's now respecting. I'm just still waiting for confirmation if we want to flip upwards now, because that's the way it's been doing. We did take out the sell side, like this is what I showed on the 15-minute here. We have a low here, we have a low here. All that moved downward when I was very bearish. We swept both those lows, which worked out very well. And I would love lower prices, but it's just still chopping around. I want to let this play out a little bit more before I jump in. This was super bullish 1 minute SMT. Yeah, but it's a 1 minute move though. Until it claims on the 15-minute, I'm not gonna be too impressed by it. Let's just flip this to bullish for now though, because you also want to let your bias play out. Yeah, it could be a buy model for sure, though. It definitely could be buy model. I just didn't like this sell side to be that low yet. On ES, matter of fact, we see a very clear breaker there. So the SMT was good on ES. I think if we can close under this inversion here, or this FEG, and then violate this breaker, retap back inside for a short with a stop at this high. But yeah, it was a good call for some of you guys. I think you guys were very focused on longs, and it's working out for if you guys took long at least. Well done if you did. Just knowing price right now, look at this. A simple move on NQ. This is what it's doing. I'll just do this. I guess it took out this low barely though, but it did take out this low. If you're playing this searching short, it should go up, but I really think it should move down more though before thinking about it. It would align more with ES too, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna mark this inversion now. Equal highs here. Look at the 15-minute chart. Where's the closure? Closure not above yet. That means the short theory is still valid for me. I'm looking at shorts still. I'm gonna probably go against a lot of guys' entry model, but I'll go for it. ES is still holding very well. You see some confirmation here. Let's actually mark the manipulation leg here too. We're gonna go for this low all the way to this price leg here, which is a previous move. And this is the -1 standard deviation projection. Do the same thing for ES. Which ES actually hit the 1 already. I think, did it? Yeah, it did. Things are just very difficult here because I would love shorts. I still love shorts actually. But you guys are saying upside. I don't think I have confirmation to really say longs yet, other than like a 1 minute confirmation. That's not enough. So I'm still seeking for a short entry. Could have been a entry off this inversion with a stop higher there. Just looking a little bit more. But yeah, we're in the 15-minute point of interest still. That's holding. Yep, Trevor. That's I'm on that too. Moving lower. Yeah, let me see if I can get a short entry here. See if we get 73 or something. This would be decent for a tight stop. I'll try to jump in here if we get this tap of this order block here. On the 1 minute. And we'll add to it if it goes all better. Still looking shorts. This is what I was afraid is happening. It might just give confirmation and leave with value. Except this retap back inside. I need to see a retrace so I can get in though. Yeah, it's moving. Let me see if I can get a different entry model. Yeah, I just want this order block entry here. Just move it down a little bit. Keep my stop tight though. It's likely going to be like around 78, so about 6.7 point stop, somewhere around here. Can I get my entry or not? I could also try an ES too. If ES gives it reasonable. Then stop just probably above this high, 11. Choppy day, but I'll give it a try. Let's try the ES. ES is likely going to be filled, and I'll watch for NQ. I'll move it back up to the order block. Here. Gonna go for 2 entries here. I'll put my stop right at this high here. 2 point stop, 1.75 stop, and then we'll also see if we can get NQ entry. NQ entry is something I look forward to more because it follows. Oh, what is happening? It follows my bias here. So a tap in this order block would be perfect. As long as we don't get up closure above this 15-minute, I'm still looking for lower prices. You just gotta keep in mind, it's still choppy. Very, very choppy. All right, I'm gonna try to get this fill, and I'll put my stop for 5 points here. This is where I put my stop loss. If it fails me, try to keep it tight. I'm really trying to go for these lows. There we go. Still getting used to trading view trading though. Hopefully that did that right. Okay, this buy stop protects me. I'm pretty sure as my stop. All right, I have it on these accounts here. Just 1 mini so far. If we get confirmation, I'll add to it. I'm just trying to do 1 mini just because we're very, very choppy. Maybe it's wrong. I'll take the 6 points. I don't think I'm probably gonna try to go for more than $300 loss today. So I'll probably go for 2, 3, 5 point losses, which each loss would be $100 with 6 points, 5 points. I want to add to confirmation entries. So if we can get a close under here, I'm looking for a second add. Just bounce back and forth here. So let's mark these lows here. Get a strong displacement through these lows and retrace back into this bearish breaker. I'll add to it. And really take out these lows. That's what I'm looking at right now. Eric said, just tuned in, decided not to take a trade. Today's definitely more challenging. Chat will always say upside when price goes up and downside when price goes. Yeah, I think it's also influencing in a way. I'll have to admit it because everyone's saying upside. I'm like, my bias is still downwards for now, but it's just difficult because I understand that it's choppy, so it could go either way, and like we're not getting to get the best, cleanest delivery. So I just gotta stay true to with how I'm trading here. Looking for these lows to get tagged here. This would be like 1.25 RR, but I want to see if I get ads first. Still looking for a lower, huh? If we get closure under here, that violates that 1 minute here. This is what I'm kind of visualizing. If it happens exactly, that'd be amazing. I'm gonna keep in mind. I'll show 2 things just so we don't get too greedy, because you don't want to get too greedy on a day like this. But if I get entry like this, my stop is here. This is 101 already, 1.2 R, and I'm looking to really see if I can do this. If that's 101. I would not hold anything accountable after I move down here. Looking for ads still though. This becomes an inversion now. I'm really going for these lows. Probably even down here. 101 is taken, or 1.2 RR. I'm trying to get confirmation. If we get a close under this low, which would make me look at this bearish breaker here. Probably this candle here. There we go. Strong move down. I might not get ads though. Definitely TP. I'll take mine off here just so I can secure the profit off of 1 mini. And I'll look for ads now. Let me just show without the labels though. If this close above, this is where a true entry would lie in. So what I want now is a close and then retrace back inside of this. This is a previous bullish breaker. Now it's failed. Okay, that might have been too early. Yeah, this would hit target. If I just wait a little bit more, it's whatever. Up 200 though. Oh, I have it on ES though. Very nice. Going for this low. Sticking with the bias though. Okay. We did take out this low. We did take out all these lows here. Now we want to see if it does want to retrace back to this previous low for lower prices. It's a large imbalance. I don't even want it to go too far up. Oh, I have a buy up here. Yeah, this is things that I forget. Yeah, it's pretty good short there. Remember, my entry here was only 6-point stop. I had a hard stop set for 6 points, and the target was down here, but I think I took it for like 15 points, which is like 2.5 RR. This is my TP at this low here. Would have been 3 RR. Yeah, press 1 if you took that trade. I kind of operate on a very low, tight risk on the 1 minute, and then I really go for the trade. You can't really have effective trading model if you're going against intraday bias. So if you're trying to long up here before you even flip the 15-minute, then you're doing yourself a disservice. That's why I was encouraging, like, focus on this pink box here. It's a very easy pink box. If we get close above, then you can look for longs after a confirmation, but we never got that. So we just basically retraced back to this 15-minute point of interest for lower prices. We might just run the giveaway in 10 minutes here. If you want to enter the giveaway, just like the stream, but do it in a second. I just want to see if we can get a ad or second entry off of this. I'm still short though. We did take another low. Would have loved to add to this entry, but it's whatever's. To take out this low here. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water here. Okay, we're back. I took that short, but I'm still long. Yeah, I don't want to confuse or influence your whatever your decision you try to make, though. I don't want this to come back. I might have to just close this. I was too focused on ES. We probably should have closed the position. This slow would have been nice. Yeah, I'll take it for break even. It doesn't matter. I think we're up like a 125 bucks though. I think the entry was like 9.5. Would have been 3 points there, and then the same entry on NQ, we got like 25 points. We just don't really want to go lower than this. This might be the move upwards now, because we kept on tagging these lows, and then now we have substantial SMT. You guys see how strong this SMT is? We made a strong drive lower on NQ, and then we made a strong drive higher on ES. This is a pretty substantial SMT here. Can you explain why you stay bearish? It's very simple. Look at this 15-minute FEG here. I will say if we get closure under, I'm bearish, and if we can close above, I'm neutral, or I'm no longer bearish. Let's say that, and then until otherwise. So we're still respecting higher time frame PD raise. And look at my top right here. My high time frame is neutral. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. You can see in the 4 hour, we're bouncing between these 4 hours. If we get closed under these 4 hour here at 2 p.m., I would have been mega bearish. But I don't think we wanted it to go below that yet. Yeah, so with this checklist here, I'm bearish on the intraday. Then I had a bearish setup since we closed an inversion, and then I just got an entry off this order block here for lower prices. And that allows me to do a trade because it aligns with the 15-minute intraday bias. 6-point stop, go for 19 points. I think I closed it for 15 points. I closed it down here at this low, but it's still solid in trade. Breakout at 157. Let's see. I get distracted sometimes when I'm looking at chat, so definitely remind me if I'm missing very clear setups. Another stream I mentioned, I'm trading 5 micros per account, and someone said, when are you gonna have the balls to trade NQ? When in reality, I'm just trading 10 NQs with 5 micros across 20 accounts. So basically, you're doing 20 minis, right? Is that right? Or no, 10 minis? Something around there. Hello, Ash. Ash is the one who also trades the unicorn method or model very, very well. He trades a little bit different than me, but it's the same core concept of it. So I think there's some people like asking who also trades the unicorn. That is Ash here. Once again, we get a nice sweep here. This is not more than a sweep. This is a displacement. Looking at these up close candle, I would need a closure above before considering this as a high quality breaker. We could see a wick above, but I don't, at least a closure at least. We didn't get closure, so I'm not qualifying this yet. Four-hour order block. I think if you look at the 4 hour, we're just kind of going back and forth. So I'm not going to look at these chop here. Focus on this 4 hour inefficiency here, which is a BPR down here too, whichever you want. Look at this 4 hour and then look at this 4 hour. We're in this, the last like 5 days, we've been just bouncing back and forth in this chop here. So until we get a closure below, which we did here, but we close above, now it becomes a BPR. We're just waiting to see a reaction. On the hourly, NQ takes jabs lower. Nothing we can really play here on the hourly too much. I'm looking at this, if we can get a closer under, which applies to a lot of things. This would apply to 4 hours, this applies to 15 minutes. We just need to get a closure under 450s for it to really propel lower. If we get a close under 450, we're going for these lows. Just gotta keep on moving time frame. Watch the 15 minutes still. We have sell side on ES, but we're moving higher. Let's just do a premium discount from this high to this low. Where is it heading towards? We're going back to equilibrium for ES. And then if you do the same thing for NQ, look how decoupled the market is. We're not even close to equilibrium on NQ. On the 5 now, we have a 5-minute closure above, which just kept on going back and forth. Nothing special yet, but yeah, you see this low risk liquidity. This should get ran here. And we get a setup to confirm that. I'll try to go for it. I'll mark this not bullish until close above this 15-minute FEG. If you were AM, what setup were you taking? I mean, we could look at AM here. Let me take a look. I think I would recognize that as seek and destroy here, right? I mentioned that in Discord. If you're in my Discord, I said I was looking for higher prices. We manipulate lower here, assuming these equal lows. And once we kind of got a confirmation off of that, because we also held this hourly FEG in the 15-minute, we got close above, and then we could have probably looked for longs on the way up because we took out a very high time liquidity already. It'll be difficult to look for a breaker entry. That's why once you get confirmation, we violate the first bearish PD ray. You're looking for higher prices already. So in this case, we're coming higher. I don't know if I would take this entry. We already took it out this high. It gotta be somewhere up here to target this high here, and then kept on going. AM was definitely rough though. I'm looking at it. It doesn't look as good. PM, I mean, PM is difficult too, but we're able to call price action pretty well here. Not mad at it. Have you ever traded the first 30 minutes of New York? I typically don't trade the first 30 minutes, or let's say I avoid the first 15 minutes automatically. The loss I did yesterday was partly due to me trading the open volatility, which is like, I think the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes. And also because I had a bracket order, right, on Ninja. It's an ATM strategy where I would try to enter 1 mini, but the bracket entered me with 4 minis. So instead of like having a $200 loss, with open market volatility, it really propelled me. In the first few seconds of entering, I was already like minus 800. I was like, what's happening? It should have been minus 200 at most because that's my stop. And that's what like snowballed and spiraled into me trying to move my stop, or move stop basically, and then do all these other things that weren't good at all. And I hope that doesn't happen for a long time. This is now a breaker. I didn't see this, but once we get close above, you could see off of this is more of a chase entry, or more if you're very confident bullish, you have a breaker already. It's a large breaker. You could also use the last down close candle, whichever you prefer. I would actually go for either one. Let's just keep this last down close candle first. Made a high here, pop back down, and higher high. You're leaving an order block, which we have a breaker here, and then we also have an order block nested together. There was no FEG. If there was FEG, that would be more of a nested entry model, and then stop below here would have been like 5 points, and your sky's the limit up here. So yeah, if you entered here, it went up a little bit, but it's still struggling. I think the 15-minute FEG is just too worrisome right now. We don't know if we want to close above yet. But this is the breaker here. We're going to try to follow this breaker now. If we get close above, we're going to focus on longs moving forward. So keep this time alignment here, guys. Especially if we're trading the 1 minute. I'm looking at the 15-minute as my main intraday bias. I try to make it simple. I don't know how other people kind of talk about their low time frame bias. I'm keeping it low time frame as 1 to 5, high time frame as 4 hour to daily, and intraday is just 15 minute. That's how I'm describing my methods. So we secured like nice 20 points here. Now we're just waiting for another entry. Hopefully we can get one more. I'm just trying to do 1 mini. If I did like my normal size, that would have been like 600 bucks already. 20 points with 6-point risks. Very nice. Okay, we're getting some interesting volume after we're chopping about. What is this about? So once again, read this here. Not bullish until close above this 15 minute. I'm very likely to flip this if we get confirmation to the downside. Watch this order block. Watch this breaker. We're going to see if we want to close under it. And this is the first imbalance here to take out these highs. So that's the first line of defense here. If we violate this, we're probably going to shoot for these lows, which I was going for already. So yeah, it was a very good call here for us to take out our exit at this low. It definitely went a little bit lower, but we don't want to be agreed on a day like this. This is seek and destroy price action. It's not enjoyable. And we might follow up with a bearish breaker if we can get closure under these lows. So this is just going to be flipped from bearish or bullish breaker to a bearish breaker. SMTs everywhere. Yeah, the SMT down here was pretty drastic here. We need more confirmation, because if you're bullish, you're still waiting for this to close above, which I'm not bullish yet. Do you ever use market orders? I only kind of use market orders on streams. I always just do limit orders. TK, the bias, it's just trading checklists. It's just a note thing. I'm just making a note for myself. Or for myself to show. It doesn't automatically update for you. But. No. Adith, look at this 15 minute. We want a 15 minute close above, not a 1 minute. If we're looking at 15 minute FEG, we're looking for a 15 minute closure. So the next 15 minute candle is 2:30 now. It doesn't matter if there's a 1 minute closer above. Like, notice this. We got a 1 minute closer above. What happens? Immediately moved lower. That's not confirmation. Confirmation is higher time frame. The 15 minute is this candle here, which is a BPR basically. You could also mark this as BPR. We got to close above, under here, a larger one, and then followed by a bearish FEG. So we're basically rejecting off of this 15 minute and also this order block here. So as long as price doesn't close above 480, we're gonna look for lower prices. That's what I've been saying all stream. I know there's a lot of you guys are bullish, which you guys are bullish for the right reason because there's SMTs, but you also want to follow the bias here and join in only when the bias matches your trading. Because if you try to like jump in for longs, who knows if this is just like a move upwards to go lower. You don't know that. What you do know is the bias and confirmation. Yeah, the previous trade was stop loss. This trade, it was -7 here. It's just because I basically marketed it and preemptively. I should have waited a little bit more, but yeah, we got re-enter right after, which did well. This was -7. This was plus 18 or no, plus 15, I think. I don't think that many people took this trade though, because it was such a quick entry. But the second trade, there's a limit order. We took it off this order block here. Okay, this becomes a breaker now, especially if we can get a closure, which we did here. Yeah, this is definitely a breaker now. Bearish breaker at that. Let me label this. I know I can see it well, but maybe some of you guys might be like, what is this? Is this bullish or is this bearish? Can you explain why the bias is bearish? I have a checklist here. I'm looking at the 15-minute because we're doing market maker model time alignment. So until we get a closure above this 15-minute, I'm not going to be bullish. So we're not going to be able to go up to these highs without closing above this 15-minute FEG. And we're also getting held down by this order block too. Oh, okay. Oh, is this a unicorn entry here? This might be a unicorn entry here. If you're confident in bear or the downside, but it's just going back and forth. I'm not sure yet. If you enter this though, your stop should just be at 79 or 80, whatever it is. So it'd be like a 6-point stop with the current price here. I'll just tape read this. But let's put this the right side. Let's just say we took that short there. This is what it will look like. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've been saying this. Like, I'm not bullish until we get close above this 15-minute. I think I got distracted though. I would have probably likely taken this entry because the stop is only 5 points once again. I'm just gonna, it's fine. We don't have to take every single trade there is. There's a lot of trade entries though today. All right, look at this order block here. This bearish, bullish order block here. This down close candle. Let's see if price can hold this back up. Glad. I hope there's a lot of people learning here. I mean, like, if you just took my trade blindly, you're gonna get some profits because I share my execution ahead of time. But it's not something you want to do long term. Like, let's say like I go on vacation for a month or 2 weeks. What are you gonna do? You're gonna wait for my trades? Oh. Does that inversion below concern you? Which inversion? Is it this one you're talking about? When we're just kind of violating both sides, I don't really look at too much about these inversion or if fair value gap. I'm just waiting. This would have been an entry. This could have been a very solid entry there. Okay. I want to see if I can get a short entry now. It actually looks very good. Just put your stop protected this high. That'd be perfect already. Yeah, let me see. Bearish breaker, 1 minute FEG, unicorn trade. Yeah, I think this is already 1-to-1 here, right? Is it 1-to-1? It should be 1-to-1 now. We had a second chance at this wick here. I'm a little bit distracted when I'm reading the chat though. It's fine. Short at 476. This looks like it's doing well here. I didn't take it, of course. You guys can see my screen. I didn't take it, but I demonstrated the entry. I told you the bias. I told you the breaker. I told you the FEG. I told you where the stop would be. 5-point stop to really go for a move down here for 8 points. And ideally, you would actually keep on going lower. But the way that NQ is moving, we don't want to be greedy. This is already 1.6 RR. 8 points doesn't seem a lot. But when you consider our stop was only 5 points, that's risk reward there. So yeah, you just want to be selective in your trade entry. So you can have a easy model or a very good model. It could be just simple inversion or fair value gaps, order blocks, whatever it is. You just want to keep consistent bias and trade with the trend. So like, there's no point in trying to long here. We got to sweep. Is that a long opportunity? Maybe if you have like experience turtle sweeping. I have no experience in that. I'm waiting for confirmation. So confirmation only comes when we violate the first bearish PD ray, which is this imbalance here. Then you could probably look at the 1 minute, but then you also look at the 15-minute. Like, did we get a structure shift? We did not. So there are so many opportunities to short all throughout here just because the 15-minute hasn't closed above yet. So if you're struggling with bias, just kind of follow what I'm trying to demonstrate. Who is here? Who actually say or just press 1 if you're actually comfortable trading unicorn now. Like you understand what a unicorn is, you can trade it, you have an understanding of the bias and all that. But would you take this entry? Let's say if you could take this entry here and like understand like where your stop would be, this is perfect. This is a 1 minute time frame. This is not a 5 minute. So when the range is this tight, look at the range we've been trading 1 p.m. here. It's been a 30-point range. A 8-point is already like 30% of the range, right? Look at this range here. This is about 30 points. So when you get an 8-point move, that's a big chunk of the whole range that we've been trading on the session. We can't have high expectation and just go lower and lower. Someone said 0.2. And as long as you keep this discipline and have no tilt, which hopefully the video that I share later tonight would help in that. You just want to trade what you normally do and be consistent, have tight wrists. Every time I take a trade, I have hard stops on. So if let's say I do 2 minis here, 2 minis, let's just do the math here. Because a lot of you guys are afraid to trade minis, but let's say they have 2 minis here with a 5-point stop. 2 minis, $20 per point. 50, 5 points. Shit, 5 points. Yeah, there it is. $200. That's my max risk if I do 2 minis. 1 mini was only be $100, by the way. I think we went a tick above this low here. Funny. Sup, Lento. We're actually doing pretty well trading this, surprisingly. Could you help me explain why this isn't a box setup on the 1 minute? Okay, let me try to figure out what you're trying to see. Is this the box that we were talking about? Like something like that? So you're looking for like, it's kind of similar to a power 3 where let's say we have accumulation here, we have a manipulation, and once it goes back into that accumulation range, we retap at the top of the accumulation box here. If that's what you're talking about, I think the box setup is more ambiguous, because what if price don't actually come up to the top here? The idea is correct because you actually put your stop above here, but you can get to the same area but with different strategies. Let's say the FEG was down here. This is not, I wouldn't even want price to come up to this box area no more. It could have just filled us to this FEG and moved lower, and you won't be able to get an entry. So the way that I'm trading with breakers and FEGs, it's more of a refined way than like a box setup, which is, I do know, I think if that's what you're looking at, a box setup is very high probability or low risk. But yeah, just clarify if that's, oh, you're looking at the other side. Tell me the candle. Let me see the drop and come back up to 2 p.m. Let me make sure I know what you're talking about. Okay. So I don't really trade the box setup, but is this what you want to do? You want to like come back down here for higher prices? Is that what the game is? I'm not sure. I have a brief understanding of what a box setup is though. 5-point stop. This would have been 1 RR here. And down here would have been 1.5 RR. It is what it is. Still chopping around. That's why you could actually just go for 1-1 all day today. You can't be too greedy just because the way that the market's been moving. We're not really trying to move higher. We're not trying to move lower. We're just taking its time. Box basically same as Turtle Soup, but that's kind of like, yeah, there's some manipulation to that. I'm just not too confident, I guess, or too knowledgeable in the box setup. Maybe you're looking at different box setup salsa. It's fine. I have a question. I see traders talking about entry at the wick Turtle Soup, but how do they get confirmation? This is the wrong place to ask that. Just because I don't trade Turtle Soup. Yeah, you can message me on Discord. Yeah, feel free, guys. Once again, this is still holding the unicorn trade here, and also this 15-minute is still holding as well. Keep asking Brian Turtle Soup. What? They have Turtle Soup. What could we have? We have unicorn. We need a better name for that. Oh, yeah, we can run a giveaway. Yeah. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to like the stream to enter right now, and then we'll run the giveaway after. So what happens, I'm going to explain it. When I say comment your username, it could either be your YouTube username or your Twitter username. Either one. Just wait. If you comment before that, it's not gonna, the bot's not gonna register. It's gonna only register under, and then also comment once or bot overrides your entry. It's just 2 simple rules, and just make sure you also like the stream. That's also another criteria which it can see. Is there a keyword? No, it's not a keyword. Basically, it'll select one, and then it'll see if you like the stream, if you comment 1 time, and if your comment was under. Where your comment is just a live chat. Let me fix this. I'll do slash or. There you go. Maybe that'd be easier. You still bearish? I'm still bearish until we get closure above this 15-minute. We're actually rejecting off of the unicorn here. This is the bearish breaker. I want to delete this 1 minute here just because it's chopping around. So you have a focus onto this unicorn here. We have this bearish breaker. We have this 1 minute, and we're inside a 15-minute point of interest. So this should hold. If it doesn't hold, then we're likely going to try to close above this. Turtle Soup is an entry on higher time frame into FAG or breaker or order block. Yeah, I just don't trade Turtle Soup like that. I'm sure it's a good way though. Just wait for me to say it, because you're not gonna get the entry until we comment it. You guys can say it at 2:35. I'll make a comment too. It's too early to say it right now, guys. It's not gonna count. Whoever started that to start like commenting already, that I think they other viewers like, what the heck? I gotta also comment. I need to get this giveaway. By the time it hits 2:35, that's when we start. If you were to buy a couple fundeds, which to trade, which would you get? I think the My Funded Futures has a very good deal right now. All right, 8 seconds, and I'll do the comment. Okay, now the unicorn should deliver here. It looks good here. Okay, let's do it. I made a comment here. Every comment under what I said would count. So comment your username 1 time and like the stream, give away 2 accounts. There we go. Now we're cooking. How many likes we got? Two giveaways this time instead of one. We have 180 likes. I think there's gonna be like 100 entries though. So you probably have a 2% chance of winning 2 giveaways, guys. Hopefully someone wins. Someone that appreciate the streams. Make sure you're subscribed and like the stream, and then just comment your username. We're just gonna give it probably 2 more minutes, and then we'll do it. Just make sure you do it 1 time. If you're gonna, if the bot picks you and you comment twice, they're just gonna re-roll it. Yo, this is still chop it slow. Yeah, if you comment twice, you're not. It's technically disqualified just because the bot is just gonna see that you comment twice, and it's just gonna go over it and re-roll if it chooses you. So indirectly, you're gonna be disqualified. Yeah, no, you're fine. Investors, just you can retract the comment if you want. It's more so set so people don't try to spam it to get it, because they're not gonna be able to get it. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll know for future reference. Don't take it too much heart. It's only there to prevent people to spam their username, which a lot of people do, and like they get picked, and then it's like reroll. Reroll. Okay, let's just. How long does this? This is the entry here. If you were to take it, I think we did something like this, and we were trying to get this low. This took so long that it's just going back and forth. I just want to see if it does it now. Okay, we'll look for the giveaway now. We have 2 winners here. It's I copy paste the 2 username. It's DSKSDS and Luke Burns. You have the choice of either going for a MyFund Futures account or a Elite account, because we actually have multiple. Luke Burns. Okay, yeah, Luke Burns. Either message me on Discord or Twitter. Same thing with DKDSKS. Just message me on one of them and tell me your social. Congrats to those guys. Yeah, wait, Luke, your message on Discord. Just comment me your username just to make sure I'm talking to the right person. We definitely have more of a viewership now, so the firms has been agreeing for. I think some days we'll do 2 giveaways, two accounts per day, and each of these counts are probably like worth like $80. So there's a 1% chance you get like $80. Big bums, okay, and then who's the other guy? DK. Yeah, DSKS. Just tell me your username of your Discord or Twitter before you message me, or just comment the general chat of the Discord, whichever. Here's a Discord link if anyone wants to join. There's a free Discord right now. Discord username is Trade Guy. Yeah, just message me or just comment in general chat and I'll see who you are. Okay, there we go. It took only an 8-point entry or 8-point exit, 5-point stop. It took 10 minutes to deliver this. That's something you don't see every day. But it took that long. But who held this entry here? You got about 2 points of drawdown, 3 points at most, and now you're finally hitting the target, but you're still looking for lower prices here if you're greedy. People still don't see that I'm not bullish until we close about the 15-minute. That's why you get to see me only looking for a short. If we're mid-ranging, I'll look for both. It's much easier to look at one side only. That's why it's so easy for me to only look at shorts here, which we're close to power hour. I think we're going to get like an aggressive move now. Essentially, we got ES here. Like, you see how I did the premium discount? We went to premium here, and then we're likely going to run lows. But we don't know at the end of the day just because it's so choppy. I think it should run these lows though. Should have held my short group. I don't know what happened here. Thank you for saying my mic is off. Well noted there. I think we're good now though, right? My mic just turned off for some reason. I don't know where I cut off, but like I was saying, we were never bullish until the 15-minute close above. I know a lot of the chat, some of the chat was saying like this looks good for longs. It was good for longs because we did come back up multiple times, but the overall bias is so short. We don't know that it's gonna retrace back up for a good profit, but we do know as long as our bias is looking down, we're more likely to play on the downside. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It looks like I went AFK or off for a little bit, and then that 2 minutes, we delivered like 30 points. And that's just how things run. But like I was saying, I don't know if I said this on stream or when I was mic is okay. Premium discount on ES, we went to premium here. We should floor these lows now. At least this sell side, bare minimum. If we can get short entry off of that, I don't want to chase it though, but if there's an entry off of that, this will be good here. Yeah, this would have been a very good trade to end the day though. $400 NQ. I think around there. Let me see. I think I was looking for a dip down to like this area here. I'll mark it lower, somewhere around here. So about another 20 points at least, and then it can really do whatever. DSKS, you took the short too, so you got a giveaway and you got this short. Well done. That's the thing. So first off, the goal of the stream is educational. Second is like trades, you know, and then third is the gravy, which is giving free trades or free giveaways. Nvidia lows, breaking lows. Yeah, look how Nvidia is just slowly building down. Is tech ready to dump though? When would it stop, man? This is just taking forever to do anything. How many people do we have in the Discord now? I know a lot of people have been joining from the stream lately. Yeah, we're just coming straight back up. Yeah, I think if we get a 3 p.m. close under these lows, under this hourly FEG, I'm expecting a rundown, an actual rundown. ES still hasn't taken this lows yet. I really think we're going to go for these lows. Your stop would probably be just these highs here. If you're looking for entry, I wouldn't want price to return these highs anymore. We have an order block. If I have an order block here, this could be just an order block play just to target these equal lows. And it's a decent RR there, as long as our bias is still short, which it is. But we also have low risk liquidity. Maybe see a pop first and then join in. So you can also join in the right side of the V, which is like, instead of tapping the first tap, you let it run first. It could run a little bit higher, and the moment it shows bearish tendencies or any direction of where we violate the bullish side, this is when you join in. So instead of joining the first tap, you can just wait a little bit and then join in the move down when it moves like a V reversal like this. Bad week for me, choppy charts. So far, everything's been doing good all week, except the tilt that I did on my own. Tony said, please let me in short again. I have no idea, man. This might be the move up now. We've been controlling this higher for the longest time. This might be actually the move where it breaks above. I'll be very surprised if this 15-minute can hold price down again. That'll be like so many attempts already. Lots of lower highs here. This is gonna get swept here. Move a little bit more. We should run a poll now. Let's do a green or red of the week. No markets tomorrow. Just another reminder. Let's do a poll here. Let's do a P&L check of the week. If you're fat green, if you're red, or you're break even. Hopefully more people are green than red though. But yeah, be honest though. Of the week though, I should be red just because I had that loss over the month. I'm still green. I'm sorry for being a noob here, but how does premium session works? Oh yeah, everything's free now. You don't have to worry about joining the premium or nothing. I should probably just change that. I'm live trading for everyone, and then you can learn the way that I trade here. You can also ask questions. There's no need to do anything to pay. It's to help see it for more people as well. What's your opinion for draw liquidity today? I would say lower, but it doesn't look like it wants to go lower anymore. But it's just chopping back and forth, right? So we kept on taking the lows on Q. We just didn't get lower where I wanted it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't think we'll have any moves, crazy moves. Maybe Power Hour could do something, but I doubt we move back to the highs, to be honest. Is a seek and destroy? Yeah, basically seek and destroy there. Looks like more people are red than green. That's unfortunate, but a lot of people are break even. If you follow my streams though and took my trades, I think most people would be much more green. Let's move up. See it close. If we get close on 3 hour or 3 p.m., we can do a monstrous push here. One red PA, the rest are up. Yeah, so we definitely have lowers liquidity. Ideally though, if I'm very bearish, I would want it just to give a quick sweep and then before the 3 p.m. close, I would love to see it close under. Eagle highs at 480. There's not much to really commentate anymore. There's a push up. So I think this push took out a lot of the lowest liquidity. If we just close above the 15-minute, we should look to float upwards again. Let me delete some of these. I mean, it was bound to happen because it just kept on rejecting so many times here. We're bound to get a push. I don't think I really had confirmation from longs yet. Especially when ES double bottomed here and we attempted to take it out this low, but we just did not do that. But we're approaching power hour, and that also is the time for a move, the last day move, because we don't have a market day tomorrow. 1 hour might inverse. Let's see. Yeah, that's also another thing. If we can inverse this 1 minute on the hourly, this would be big here. All right, let's see if it closes above 490. $200 likes on the stream. I think that's the highest I probably ever had so far. Much appreciated. What's our sub count right now? We've been growing pretty well, guys. More viewers, more subscribers just means more prop firms are gonna sponsor our streams and give free accounts, which is nice. Wow, this is a big push. Yikes. So basically, once we violate this breaker here, we really just propelled higher. And we did see a bullish breaker here. If I delete this, this was the only entry that you could have done, really. It was off of this last close candle. We got to push close higher here and retap back into the 1 minute balance. If you did something like this, this would be the way that you'll look at the trade. 4-point stop is tight. I would actually put it on the low. This will be it. It's a hindsight thing though, because I did not see this real time. This is 30 points. 30 points is huge in this 2 days range. Holy crap. You missed your entry by 1 point. Well, can't say I did. I don't think I expected that move like that. Negative forced innovation projection here. We have some highs above. Wow. Is market open Monday? Yeah, it is open Monday. I wonder if tech moved up too. Did tech move? I guess Apple's moving, but like, I don't think tech moved too crazy here. This is some major low risk liquidity here. We want to see it run quickly. And potential move for power hour here. Probably up to this high here. We have some relatively highs above here. See if that works. Yes, 3 p.m. Some last closing note. We did close above the 15-minute here, so we are bullish. The hourly, we inversed the hourly, very bullish there, and we're likely gonna look for these highs to be taken. There's not much to really go about it. ES, we have all-time highs. It'll be interesting if ES does want to go for the all-time high here. Let's see if it does want to do that. There's not much you can really do much here. Unless it's chasing. I don't think I'm willing to chase this. Damn, 27% of people are green today. 36%, or not today, this week. 36% are red. Yeah, we had some low risk liquidity that finally got smashed through. I did not expect a move like this though, for sure. But these highs are what we're looking at now. And ES, we're not that far from it. We're about 5 points away. We might actually go for the all-time high here. I believe this is all-time high. Let me just make sure. I'll go in the 4 hour here. Yeah, this is all-time high. ES held very well. Let's see how YM did. Is this YM all-time high too? Still higher. Yeah, I don't know what this was, but it was a strong push, and it's just power shenanigans. Yeah, another thing J Trade said is the exact same thing that happened yesterday, but in reverse. The last however long, we just moved strongly. But let me see if we can get something from here. Be too dangerous to really short a bull trend like this. Look at this order block here. Might just gonna open like a low time frame move here. I'm on the 30-second right now. I just want to take breed. Should hold these two areas here. Look at the 5 minute. Nothing happened in 5 minutes. Just too much of an absurd move already. Got the closure there. See if we get a retap back inside for a change of state delivery on a very low time frame chart. Looks like tech is turning here. You could do a retrace back inside of this area. This is now a BPR almost. Oh, there it is, turning. Just open that window. Just look at the premium discount from this big move up to move down. We're nearly at the equilibrium again. Yeah, ES took the highs over there. Could see a move back up for lower prices. Kind of what I'm interested in right now. There's not much to do here, though. It's going to be dangerous from here. But I also have that mindset of, like, let me just go back to 5 minutes. I was looking for a move higher to take out this lower risk liquidity, and then we could slam lower. So maybe this is the chance that it could slam lower now. I just don't have a good idea yet. This was good though. We got a 30-second move confirmation once we inverted this. That could have been a sell opportunity there. Inside this breaker now. Breaker's holding very nicely. You're long at the breaker. I mean, if you long at the breaker, your stop should just be at 69 here. That's already a valid break stop here. It will also violate this order block. So if you long the breaker, I'm sure you already got some points. You can already put breaker stop on. If you long this breaker, pretty good, guys. This is what it'll look like. I would just do something like this. Probably go back into this inefficiency here. You're on the 5 minute? Oh, let me do the 5 minute. Can we go back? Oh, we actually got back in the 5 minute. That's good. This is a very solid entry here. Stop 10 points again, and then I actually like the 5 minute as an entry. If you pointed that out, I probably would have taken it with you. This is a clean entry here. This is what he was showing. We'll just do this. It's a very tight, small sliver of the 5 minute here, but inefficiency on inside the breaker, it makes it a valid unicorn. And then if you took an entry off of this, you just look for a stop under the breaker. Could be going for these highs again. We just rebalance, and now we're just reversing up higher. Damn, that was a very good entry, guys. Do you always use wicks for breakers? Yes, but we also count candle closure to confirm it. We don't really do anything else other than that. They really want to push upside right now. Wow. I think we move upside from here. This is probably just gonna consolidate a little bit, and then want to see this slice through. I could go for longs of here with a stop under this low. That don't sound bad. 10-point stop. It's just a little rough. We're probably gonna end the stream very soon here. Seems like the best moves this year have come in PM session. A lot of people would have to disagree with you, man. They'll probably lynch you for saying that. Because the PM has been so horrendous for some days. Modern crypto says shorting this. I don't know what you're looking at short other than as a breaker, which I think we're just rebalancing again for higher prices now. This is why I kind of drew out here. Is this unicorn? It depends where you're looking at. There's so many unicorns. We have 1 minute unicorn here with a 5 minute that J Trades I think was saying, which worked out very well. And we also have a breaker with a FHE here too, but the narrative is upwards right now, so we're looking for mainly continuation breakers, which is the upside. That's why I'm pointing my arrow. This is rejection off this 1 minute breaker, retrace back down, tap this order block, fill this 1 minute, looking for higher prices. We don't have to overcomplicate trading like this. We just want to follow the bias and play what we see. I got a 30 second here. See if this holds. We rejected off of this New York Open here, which is interesting. But I still want this to hold and come up higher. Here I thought Unicorn was supposed to be rare creatures. It is giving a lot of entry models on Unicorn today. Just because it's so choppy. And we're just going back and forth. When we have good range like this, with the right bias, you can really get a lot of entries back and forth. They're rare. It's more rare for the A+ setups because you can have breakers everywhere, but your job is to focus on which one. But we can also label like we're also trading between these two breakers here. Breaker here, breaker there. We're just seeing which one wants to propel. I think this should come higher though. Let's see. They should take this high out and hopefully push past this breaker too. There's a good move there. Yep, looking good. Just trying to get some commentary. I don't think I'm trying to execute in front of you guys the last. Yeah, why don't you like trading last like 4 p.m.? I always tend to avoid the open market volatility like first 20-30 minutes, and I also avoid the last hour because even though we get delivery there, it's very volatile. Right now it's sound trading, but other times it's much more difficult, and I don't want to deal with that. So instead of me executing, I'm still commentating. I'm still sharing where I think it comes to. I was saying this breaker should hold, and I'm looking at the rebalance for higher prices. Everything is still given. It's just a preference thing though. Like if you're so profitable or doing so well, why don't trade Asia? Why don't trade London? It's like, we just want to focus on one session. We don't need to trade everything. If you have a clear bias or direction, it depends on the setup. Like if it's a setup that I'm like, yes, I would love this. Here it's difficult because it's such a large range. It went up so fast, it went down even faster, and now we're going back up. I might have taken this one though. If I saw this, especially the 5-minute, this would have been a good entry here. Like I said, the 5-minute unicorn also aligned with the 1-minute unicorn. Stop at 10 points on the 5-minute. Stop here would have been, I think, only 6 points from this breaker. I like taking breakers that are very tight stop. Down bad red, that's me. Yeah, a lot of people are red. Or now we're 50-50 now. A lot of people are green now. But yeah, hopefully you guys stick around stream next week. We'll try to create another streak on streams, and then we'll run it again. Okay, I'll just end the stream here. This is a good spot to end it. Breaker, rebalance, push up higher. Very good analysis, at least to close. I just want to stick around because we had such a strong move. I just want to commentate if any of you guys are still trading. You want to be a self-sufficient trader? Hopefully stick around with the streams. Instead of trying to trade exactly how I'm trading, just trade with us. Okay, I'll end this here. Just stay tuned for some YouTube videos, and you can subscribe if you want, put some notification on, and we'll be back next weekend, next Monday, right? See you all next Monday. Thank you.